Hi guys. I'm going to go over quite a few rules right now in this video. This next module has a lot of different lessons in it, but I think that a lot of them kind of go over stuff that one, we've talked about, and two, I feel that you probably come into this knowing a lot about. And so, like I said, I'm going to go over quite a bit in this video. And at the end of this week, I think we'll kind of, I'll probably give you a quiz and give you a check in and see how you're doing, okay? And see if we need to dedicate more time to this or if we can kind of keep moving at this fast pace. So go ahead and label. We're going to take some notes. So label today module 3. Okay? And this is one of those videos, if you need to pause it, if you need to watch it again, please do, because I'm going to go over quite a bit of information. So first of all, let's remember how to, or learn how to, multiply fractions. Now, even though this might sound like a very hard topic because we're like, oh my gosh, multiplication and fractions, this is the problem. It's so easy. And in a problem like this, I would let you use a calculator because it's not about being able to do the multiplication. It's about knowing the rules for fractions. So when we multiply fractions, I like to say we multiply, number 5 right, you right, straight across. Okay, we multiply straight across. So what that means is if I had, let's say, 9 over 14 times, now the book's going to keep putting those X's. I'm going to start moving us to dots, okay? But you need to be ready to see it all different ways. What's the other one? X's, dots, and parentheses, okay? So 9 over 14 times 7 over 6. We literally multiply the numbers in the top across, the numbers in the bottom across. Now, I'm not concerned about if you can do 9 times 7 because I can just go 9 times 7. If you didn't know that you were supposed to multiply straight across, you would get that part wrong. It's not the 9 times 7 that we are testing you on right now. So feel free to use a calculator, especially this 14 times 6. Now, I don't think it's a bad idea to practice. And when I practice, I usually take my math off to the side like this, and then I kind of bring it back into the problem. Okay? So 14 times 6. 6 times 4, 24, 6, 7, 8 over 84. And then I'm going to check myself on the calculator, because that might be a really good system. 84. I got it right. Okay. All right. Now, even though this means our answer, it's the same value as our answer, we're not done with this problem yet. We need to simplify. And I always have students say, should we simplify? Should we simplify? Always simplify. And here's what I say when I talk about that. 2/4 really means 1/2, okay? Can you imagine if one of your friends came up to you at lunch and said, hey, can I have 2/4 of your sandwich? You would laugh at them, okay? Because it sounds funny, 2/4 of your sandwich. We say can have half. Because even in our normal language, half sounds better. So definitely in math, it would be weird to have anything that I couldn't reduce, okay? So what I want to do is I want to go through and go, okay, 63 and 84. Do they have anything in common? And I can go through, like if you don't know, do 63, well, we know it's not divisible by 2. Do 63 divided by 9, 7, but 84 is not divided by 9. Do 63 divided by 4. Nope. Do 63 divided by 5. Nope. Divided by 6. Nope. 63 divided by 7. Okay, which is 9, and we already checked this one. We could try 84 divided by 7. 84 divided by 7, which is 12. So as soon as I find a number that they both can be divided by, I want to divide them both. So I'm going to divide by 7 right now. By 7. If I do it to the top, I have to do it to the bottom. So 63 divided by 7 was 9, and 84 divided by 7 was 12. Now, when I'm, of course I ran out of room, but that's okay. When I'm looking at 9 and 12, I still have something in common. And sometimes we have to do this in 2 steps because we find a number, we simplify, and then we're like, oh, there's another number. I just didn't find a big enough number, and that's okay. So I see that there's still a 3 in common. So divide again. Divide by 3. If you do it to the top, do it to the bottom. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And now I have hit a place where there isn't anything else in common, so my answer is 3/4. So let me recap. Multiplying fractions, you multiply straight across. Then you find any number that you can divide them both by, even if it's not the biggest number, it's okay. You just might have to do 2 steps. Maybe you have to do 3 steps. It's really okay. So find a number. And when you're doing that, go through them all. Try 1, try 2, try 3, try 4, just like you saw me do. Okay? So I found 7. So 63 divided by 7 was 9. 84 divided by 7 was 12. And then I went, oh, it's not enough. I see a 3 still. So I divided them both by 3, and I ended up with 3/4. Okay? So let's do one more. Let's do one. I'm going to erase the title. Please, obviously, leave it on your paper. Let's do 3/5 times 4/7. So I'm going to multiply straight across. Maybe you pause it and you try it. Okay. All right. So maybe you're not paused anymore. So I'm going to multiply straight across. 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 7 is 35. And then I'm going to check for numbers that go into both. Now, I would check the smaller number first because when you get all the way to 12, you'll be done. If you're doing 35, you're going to get way higher than any numbers you could possibly use. So, 2 goes into 12. 2 does not go into 35. 3 goes into 12. 3 does not go into 35. 4 goes into 12. 4 does not go into 35. 6 goes into 12. 6 does not go into 35. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's it. This is done. I know it seems like they're really big numbers, but that's it. That's all we can go. Okay? So just a quick recap. Do we simplify? Always. Always, always. It's not even a question. Make that your last step. Now, what's really cool about what I'm going to teach you next is you just learned how to do it. All we have to do is add one little tiny step. Okay? Which is why I taught you this first. So, the next thing that we're going to do, dividing fractions. Now, there is literally one extra step you do, and then you do everything I was already showing you. Okay? So your one extra step is to flip one fraction. Okay? And I know that some of your teachers taught you some sort of keep, change, flip, something. I don't know. I'm not good with those sayings. I don't love them because sometimes I forget what they mean, and I don't want to forget what it means. I remember the saying, but I don't remember the math. So let's just think of it as flip, and then you're going to multiply. The same exact steps we did. And then what are you going to do last? Simplify. So, doesn't matter which one you flip. I always flip the second one. See what I mean by I flipped it? I made it its reciprocal. Okay? And then, guess what? Now I just multiply straight across. So you're going to see in math books, they're going to say, instead of dividing fractions, they're going to say to multiply, remember if I write, you write, by the reciprocal. And the reciprocal means the flipped version. 1/4 is the reciprocal of 4/1, and 4/1 is the reciprocal of 1/4. So you're really multiplying in a division problem. I know, it's crazy, but you are, okay? So, go straight across. hopefully you wrote this. I'm going to erase it though, so I have room since I'm on this little tiny board. So 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. And why would we ever say 4 over 2? What would we say? We'd say 2. And remember, 2 and 2 over 1 mean the same exact thing. Okay, so dividing fractions is easy once you really get multiplying fractions down. Okay, for the sake of the way I'm looking at the time on my video. For the sake of the way my videos are, I think I'm going to stop this video and start a new one. The new one, we're going to go over what you have been taught as PEMDAS. I am going to change it and make it GEMDAS. All right, so stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video.